Hello and welcome back to Downtime Activities, and welcome back to the Devils of the West game. When last we left our brave city-saving heroes and their heroic doctor leader, they had just gotten done solving and kind of uncovering and solving the denticulosis outbreak in Alton, Pennsylvania. Excuse me. And were on their way to two different buildings. One group of you was on your way to the jailhouse with a villain in tow and a Professor Contagia, and the rest of you, I believe, were heading back to the doctor's office, or the hospital, with the cure that you had found and produced one serving of, I guess?
Yep. Dose, I believe, would be the correct term, right? A dose?
No, no, it's just one.
It's not one dose.
So are you telling me that there's a nutrition facts label on the bottle that has?
There's just one dose. There's just one dose.
Is one big jar.
You're allowed to be mad. Don't feel bad about it. You're allowed to be mad at me.
It's the classic. Erickson inflicts psychological damage on Matthew. Also Erickson inflicts more psychological damage.
Erickson and I have had the conversation a lot, though. It's like either one of us makes a pun and the other one gets mad.
Right.
That's how this works.
That's how this works.
As is our right in both cases. So, we will start with the jail group.
We're going to check out Pam's name.
I got her.
I got it. That's what he said. He walks in. I got it.
And carting her in here, a guy, I mean, this is like an actual jailhouse, so there's like there's like kind of a big desk thing up front. The jails are, the actual cells are around back behind him. And there's a guy who's in a policing uniform sitting behind there, face wrapped, and he kind of looks up. Who's she?
Well, I reckon this is the lady causing all of the teeth.
She's poisoning the water supply and giving you guys extra teeth.
Well, I ain't got none, but she's responsible for the disease.
Yes, she is.
No extras.
She apparently created the disease, right, man?
We got people, doctors at her house right now trying to find a cure. So hopefully they have.
I'll be.
Mm-hmm.
What you gotta say for yourself, ma'am? She just quietly looks at Grimes. Says nothing.
Oh.
You might
Remember,
want to watch
she's
out.
killed lots of people.
She does not deserve herself.
You might want to watch out. She's got some weird powders in her pocket. Probably morphine. Make more sense.
But we'll make sure to get that jacket off.
Morphine. Nice.
Morphine. That's good. I have a mild headache.
Turns into a crab or something.
Yeah.
It's allergy season.
It's allergy season. I was needing to go down to the local pharmacy and get some morphine. And he says, well, I suppose I can hold her for a little while in the cell, but I need some proof or something from the doctors, or at least have the doctors come through and explain the situation.
Well, I reckon we go get them. I think they're trying to get a cure over to the hospital.
Yeah, as long as you can hold her. She's shifty, so be careful.
Yeah, we'll get a couple. Come on, fellas. Let's get her back here. Ideally, pretty quickly, because there's some rules and stuff about how long we can hold her here.
We'll go get
What
her
are
right
those
now.
rules specifically?
What are the specifically rules? Just make it quick.
Law enforcement. The top law enforcement,
No.
1881.
That's called real actual police officer.
Like I said, top law enforcement, 1881.
Alright,
I guess we go.
we'll go back and get the Gary bag.
Can we see the fire?
You can probably smoke in the distance.
I reckon we ought to check the hospital.
You think so?
Yeah.
What's that over there?
That's a cat.
Now, Grimes, I thought you were smarter than that. No, he's over there. What is a fire? Fire ban.
Isn't that where we were?
Yes. That's why we should go to the hospital, guys.
Okay, let's
I
go.
love the condescending.
Going to the hospital. The first three of you head into the hospital. You arrive at the hospital.
All right. Professor, I believe this is your show.
Yeah, I'm not gonna all wait in the lobby.
Cool.
Because if I hear Professor Bogus start taking credit, I might just have an aneurysm.
It was my dick.
I did save this town.
We're just gonna statue of Jocelyn doing that again. Just to like
A statue of Grimes' dick.
That was not I thought you were
Square.
saying, dude. That's got you Grimes' dick.
It's a fountain.
Just like the little baby angel thing. That's like,
I would have assumed they were deep.
That is-
It was deep.
That is absolutely that is absolutely the type of video, like what a video you would see like on YouTube today of like, why does this town have a 150-year-old dick statue in this city park?
Yeah.
Also, is it to scale?
It's like,
Yes.
here's a
It's a very small statue.
No!
So,
So I
you
go. I
enter
go.
in,
So
and the lady behind the desk recognizes you, of course, and is like, Dr. Bogus, how was your trip to the water treatment facility?
it was good. It was very productive. Listen, go grab Melvin.
He's like, Dr. Hole?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Go grab him for me and tell him to meet me. I'll just say like one of my patients' names. Just meet me in his room and bring a needle and bring me a syringe.
Like, of course, Dr. Bogus. Right away, Dr. Bogus. You know,
so get.
I love it. Every single time you talked about him or asked someone to get him or introduced him, this is Dr. Melvin?
I forget his name, man. I don't know what you want from me.
I've been there. That was a running joke in the story.
Yeah. All right. And
So I go to the
you
particular.
go to that patient's room, and shortly afterwards, Melvin shows up. Dr. Melvin Holt will arrive, and he says, "What is this, Dr. Bogus?
Cure.
A cure?
Let's just say we have my group and myself have not only discovered the origins of this here virus, but we discovered who made said virus and put it in the water supply.
Have they been brought to justice?
They're at the jailhouse now.
Or
jailhouse
now.
Or, I mean, okay, I should rephrase that. They should be at the jailhouse now.
And you've been able to like reverse engineer the virus. You've been able to come up with a solution, a cure.
Well, I had a little bit of help here.
Dr. Bogus, you're a hero. Quickly, this patient of yours, I don't know if they have much time. This will work. Let's see it.
I pull up the jar and I'm like, did you bring the syringe like I asked?
Yes, of course. He pulls out a clean syringe and needle.
So I take it, open it, and like fill it with not a lot, but like me and my.
Make a weird science roll for me. What you think is a good dose of this?
Yeah.
Is this guy just gonna start like spitting out teeth or something?
Ugh.
What
6
happens
explodes.
to the teeth?
It's like somebody hit him in the
You have
face
to
with
pass
a baseball.
I mean, it's a 7 either.
It's even worse.
It's a 7 either way.
Okay, you get what you feel is an appropriate dose.
All right. And I like pull out his arm and I stick him in the elbow.
You pull out his arm.
Sorry.
Well, he pulls out his arm and then sticks his syringe in the hole, and then he attaches the arm.
Oh, sorry about that.
Like you would any action figures.
You inject it in. There's a moment. Patient kind of like reacts to this. It seems like this person's kind of like is not doing very well. But then there's kind of like a. He kind of sits up and he coughs, and you see a couple teeth tumble out of his mouth.
To once again reference Oh Brother Where Art Thou? You know the bit whenever it gets hit with the tree branch and he's laying on his back just spitting out? and it looks like he's just spitting out his teeth.
That's basically this. This guy starts coughing and vomiting up loose bits of bone that are in the shape of teeth.
Listen, it's better than what I suggested, so we'll take it.
He's like, it's a miracle.
Now,
Science.
it's science. Yeah, he says it's a miracle. It's science.
Oh man, it's science. Like you're delivering lines in the B movies in the 50s.
So
Any of
so
our
I
lines
kinda-
is B is a pretty
That's
covert.
pretty,
I gotta explain to him like, so yeah, I'll just be like, well, color me surprised. I didn't know if that was gonna work.
A little concerned about that, but I'm happy it did. If you can create more of it, let me get you to our lab. We'll get as much of whatever you need to make this as we can, and we'll start passing out and administering this to people right away.
And the cats.
We'll do what we can for the cats. We'll do what we can for the cats. People
We're
first.
just loading syringes into rifles.
10 XP.
The really got me. Because of course it wouldn't like make a cat. Now I want to do this minigame just for that weird
Just like arcadey music, like.
But it's just an alley with like 3 or 4 fences of varying heights, and the cats keep running back and forth on the fences.
That's great stuff. All right, and then you get to work, doing the work of a doctor.
Yep.
Or a chemist.
A chemist.
Hero, let's be honest. Visionary, some would say. Yeah, for the sake of this, it's probably going to be a couple days of work for you to like teach people how to make this and kind of
Do
like
the proper.
get the get people the right dosing and stuff. But this starts getting circulated around, and there's buzz all about town about some strange, mysterious doctor who just showed up from outside of town and single-handedly cured this disease. They say that he tracked down and locked away the person responsible and came back with a cure that he engineered himself.
It's at this point, like, I really heard notes for the.
No, we're gonna need those for the trial.
Nope, I hide them. Like, I don't even tell them where I put it. I just like hide them away so I can keep them, along with the signed copy book.
I mean, I assume they'll find enough in the burned house, the ruins of the burned house, to corroborate our story. This may be not enough to like.
But I mean, let's be honest. Are they
somebody
gonna
to
take her
reproduce
word over the town hero?
There it is.
Speaking of which, I want to talk to y'all about spouse.
Oh, right. We need to relay the information that Grimes got from
Right.
under duress.
the most dangerous and difficult mission of his career.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, put your dick in crazy.
Except every time. Never learn. Never learn. So I'm gonna talk to everyone with it. Hey, so turns out there's a group of these motherfuckers who are just being crazy in science. You know that signed copy of the book?
Yeah.
Well, the author of the book, he sought this woman out, especially, and gave it to her. It's not just a go meet and greet kind of bullshit. No, he like actually sought her out, and I guess there's a group of them. I don't know. She said something about a convention, maybe, but I think there's more of these motherfuckers out here.
Well, I mean, we did run into Dr. Bjorklund, and he was.
And, I mean, it wasn't a signed copy, but a feller out in Raskatoon had a copy. Wonder if...
They're all connected.
Yeah, I mean,
they
it kind
can-
of sounds like it.
Yeah.
At least some of them.
So we've taken out probably 3 of them at this point.
Well, 2 and a fanboy.
Yeah.
That counts. We'll add it to our stats. No more question is.
Behind that little piece of paper. Do you understand this, there,
Roll
Doctor?
me a weird science.
Do you think the Eyes of Providence? We should probably talk to the guy.
That's a 5.
Probably talk to Lizard again and see if he knows anything about Dr. Gladstone.
Yeah.
We should just make the Eyes of Providence have a chance of kind of how these people are. So.
So here's the thing. It's hard to really understand much of what she's saying here. It's kind of mad, scrambled, jumbled etchings. However, you've got a mind only loosely tied together and can get the gist. And it seems like the gist is, the beginning is her basically responding to what was probably previously said to her. and it is something along the lines of like, I was saddened to hear about the loss of your previous specimen, but happy to hear that you found a way to recover an old one. Hopefully this will help in your project moving forward. And her basically saying, I also hope that the previously attached serum meets your required specifications and will help with your grand plan.
Have we run into any serums?
I don't remember if we ran into any serums.
Not yet.
Probably burned down a house.
Have we? Well, I guess part of the question is that are we responsible for the loss of a previous specimen somewhere along the line?
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, it's very possible that Rascatoon, whatever the hand's name was maybe the specimen.
But didn't we kill the other guy?
We killed both of them.
Yeah, then what we...
Is this a tour from the lady?
This is a 2. She's writing this. It seems like half finished to send to someone. Is what
I
it
don't.
seems.
I don't like a lady who specializes in making diseases, tailor-making something
Yeah.
for somebody else.
And sending it.
And sending it, yeah. Man, the way the mail system works, it's lucky it didn't just murder the mailman.
Well, yeah.
With a smashed package.
Yeah. Vomiting teeth. And not in a therapeutic way, like people around here.
Yeah, I mean, we need to try and track down this Dr. Gladstone.
I believe so.
With a name like Gladstone, he's probably a Brit. Maybe we gotta cross the channel. That'd be hilarious. all of us Westerners wandering around London.
I don't have to know colonists.
Fellers are
Colonists!
the colonists. Our fellers are, I hate to break up the strategizing, but the sheriff needs some sort of evidence to put away our,
Well, yeah, we got all those notes.
who's got the notes?
I thought you had the notes.
Well, why would I have the
I
notes,
assume,
Professor?
I assume the professor has
Roman
it.
motherfucker.
They all
Yeah.
burned down.
I put the notes down when I was making the serum. How else was I gonna read the book?
You didn't take it with you?
I don't reckon I did.
Jerry. She's gonna walk free.
Fine.
Pulling the book out.
Listen, here. Give me 24 hours to at least copy as much as we need.
Fine.
Okay. So I'll just get to writing my own book, kind of trying to go word for word with what she's written. So this way, in case we run into any more stupid bullshit like this, I kind of
You
have...
have a disease of a mad woman's disease. A book of a mad woman's diseases.
Exactly. He's got the book for monsters and witches. I've got the diseases book. So,
You can write down copy of Contagion. What was the name of the book?
Contagion something. It was just a notebook.
Or notebook of...
Could you eat those any more into the mic?
Don't challenge her.
I at least, I don't necessarily, I mean, at least the good doctor should probably go talk to law enforcement. I don't know if you want to go with him. Just probably keep
I'll
my
be there
handle
as
on him.
I'll be there as muscle.
Right.
But you got the. You're the golden
He's
boy
the one
of
with the
hour,
actual,
so.
like, yeah, like, crew.
So-
I'll head
As I
for-
finish up writing, put that in my my bag. All right, let's go.
I'll head for Lizard's office.
Okay. Is anyone going with Ed to Lizards?
Where are you going?
I'm going to the prison because I got to make sure our
I'm gonna
friend
go see
stays
my
in
special
prison.
lady.
Yeah, visiting hours are only till 4, so you can
And even then, conjugal visit hours are like half an hour long, and you might have missed them.
Half an hour long. Hey, what are they going to do another 29 and a half minutes?
Cuddle.
Total.
Good. So it's going to be
Jefferson
Ed and Jeffers going to see Lizard. The other 3 of you are going to go drop off the book. We'll start with you guys. Gone. there. They you walk in and like no one's like, oh my god, but then you like walk in and say like, this is the book with their notes or whatever. Are you Dr. Bogus?
I could just see how the corner of my eye how mad.
And there's this guy who's like, no, I heard his name was Dr. Bagus. Are you Bagus?
It's Bogus.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're the worst. And he like slaps him in the shoulder. He's like, told you it's Bogus. You're Dr. Bogus?
Now all I can imagine is you sitting over there just like kicking your
I was just stretching my legs out.
He's like, why is he recognized as a hero?
That's adorable. Like a little kid on the edge of a pool.
Does that need to be adjusted at all?
No, it's actually just kind of leaned back and went back to where it
Okay.
needs to be. We're good. I do demand you edit in a bonk.
Yeah. What was the question?
The question was, are you Dr.
Bagus?
Bogus?
Yes, I.
Let me shake your hand, sir. Thank you so much for what you've done for the city.
Don't mention it. Here's the notebook from our friend over there, detailing. I'm gonna use your phrasing. Really, only a mind kind of loosely put together can understand this, but this kind of details everything she was doing.
He takes it from you, kind of flips through, he's like, seems pretty damning. And he's like, again, thank you for all you've done. We'll work on getting her a court date here shortly.
Yeah,
sure
Court date's tomorrow and the hanging's day after.
No, court date's
Court's in the morning, hanging's in the evening.
yeah, a lunch break in between. I look over. It's like, is at that point do I look over and see Grimes like in front of the cell, like my beloved?
What is Grimes doing?
What's Grimes doing?
Where's she at?
She's in a cell. It's kind of behind them. You'd have to like go through a door to like get to the cells, but you could like peer around. They kind of have that open centerpiece.
Now I
there
figure
behind.
these bars are just wide enough.
It's not the width I'm worried about, it's the depth. I just want to canonize that Grimes has a tiny penis. I don't want to canonize
I don't know
that.
if Grimes ever rolled. Did Grimes ever roll a d12?
It's true.
No, he did.
We can
Do you
roll a
want to?
d12.
Do you want to take that risk?
Roll the d12. Let's find out.
Should it be the heavy metal d12?
No, Tim's will get 12. But man, is he pretty.
Wait. Can I spend a penny on this?
Yeah, you have to. What you got?
I'll let you spend a penny, but you can't spend more than one. I'll let you spend a penny.
I'd allow it.
I'll allow you to spend a penny. It's an improvement.
It went from a 2 to a 3.
At least his hands.
That's a
It's below average.
2, 3, and 4.
You spend 2 more pennies than yours.
I will choose to not roll.
You don't have to. And you're the only one who's using yours. So moving on.
I don't want to once again be the only female character in a party with the biggest dick because I roll a 12.
I'm gonna look over and see Grimes kind of peer, and I'm just gonna look at. Can my friend go see her? Apparently they had some kind of connection.
Well, don't try to slip nothing between the bars. But you can, I reckon you can go say hi to her.
Sounds good, thank you, sir. I'm gonna go over.
Okay.
How you doing? Oh.
I will recover.
Does she have an accent now?
She doesn't. I'm sorry to do this to you.
I thought we had something special.
We did, but I can't get over those goddamn cats with the teeth.
I didn't try to get to the cat.
I like how this is like their first argument. How dare you give it to the cats?
Anyway, it's my job. Man. Like, no personal business. I think you're very fine.
Well, I thought you were awful fine too. No. Maybe one day, when all this is cleared up, neither of us will have any governors to report to, and things could be different.
I would like that. I'm gonna give her a little smooch on the cheek if she'll let me.
She's hesitant, but leans in.
I'm gonna give her a smooch and then I'm gonna. Fair.
Grimes is gonna save this world by seducing one villain at a time.
Until we meet again.
Next, it's gonna be discovered that our mystery writer's female, and Grimes is just gonna try and seduce her.
Turns out mad scientists are just all over Grimes for some reason. Just,
You should have seen if Bjorklund had a chance to get him alone.
Nah, he's into like bigger guys.
He is a bigger guy. He is a bear. He wants a little otter like.
Canto Papa.
Oh my god.
There, Daddy's here.
It was kind of cute before. Now it's not cute.
I'm not
anymore.
entirely sure.
I kind of shipped him before, but now, no. I don't like the dad thing. A little creepy. Anyway.
It ain't holes.
Alright, so we give him the notes.
And then they seem to have pretty loosely accepted that as damning evidence. The rest of you, the other two of you, arrive at the lizard's place of work, and upon re-arrival here, she'll say, "I'll let him know you're here," and then come back and let you in.
Thank you, man.
You walk back in and see Dr. Emil Bauer. Bauer, right? Emil something. I think it's
Power sound, right?
Yep, I'm right.
Because it kind of sounds like Bowser.
Which is what he secretly is.
Yeah.
It's a dragon turtle.
Fun fact, did you know that the new president of Nintendo of North America, his name is Bowser?
I did not know that.
What?
Wonder how he
Like
got the
Doug
job.
Bowser.
I feel like I need to put on a red hat and go kick his ass. I feel like that he's breaking a rule.
I feel like it'd be a really validating experience for him.
Yeah. After all these years.
It ends out the only way it could. Yeah, you guys come on in, and Dr. Bauer says, "Now I hear a solution's been found."
Yeah.
That's correct.
You're not there. What are you talking about?
Who, what? Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, you want them? I thought you wanted them.
Yeah.
Wait,
I thought
no,
you were
I was
here.
messing
Here
with
with
that.
me.
Excuse me. Sorry, I got tied up. When you said the two of you, I thought it was.
Everyone on that camera, disregard it.
Yeah, sorry.
Only these two get to talk.
Yeah, and kind of a lot came to light with it. Does the name of Dr. Gladstone mean anything to you?
Let's find out.
Something prodigiosum?
Oh yeah, that's that guy from Full House.
Yeah, when you say the second, at first he's kind of like, he's like, heard of the book. Pretty hard to get a copy of, I hear.
Yeah, and
Kind
we
of a
keep
manifesto of a madman.
yeah, and we
Yeah,
keep
for
running
us.
into people with signed copies.
That's not a metaphor.
Yeah, we in fact we have two of them with us.
Says,
Collecting the whole
Wow.
box set.
so he's somehow behind this disease?
Yeah, the crazy scientist lady told Associate Lars that Dr. Gladstone's been collecting other mad scientists, working towards some kind of grand plan. She was, sounds like, sending stuff to him.
Something of an assembly.
Yeah, they're all involved in the creation to some degrees, as she said. We're just, I mean, the first time I ran into this book was a feller experimenting on a young were-coyote, technically, and kidnapping folk. Second time we ran into this book, the first signed copy was Professor Bjorklund in Kentucky, running a winery and trying to, on a battlefield, and trying to raise a whole battlefield full of corpses. He did, and then we had to shut it down. And now, this is the third copy here with this lady creating diseases. I don't know if the Eyes of Providence would have any method of tracking this reclusive doctor down, but we'd appreciate it if they did.
We certainly have some outlets we could reach out to. I can put word out. strange. I have a hard time finding any sort of connection between the three that you describe. All of it's just mad science to me, I suppose.
I can deal with regular science.
Reckon they all got some sort of god complex.
I feel like most mad scientists do.
Yeah.
Don't you look at me.
Yeah, recent news didn't help in one of them.
Sir, yeah.
Is Dr. Bogus with you all? Heard that name circling around.
Yeah.
Or was it is it Bogus?
Bogus. Yeah.
Bogus? I thought it was a joke at first.
Yeah.
A bit ridiculous.
You wouldn't be the first.
I don't know if he's a doctor.
Professor Bogus. I'm not 100% sure he's a professor either.
Well, at any rate,
Everybody keeps picking on Professor Bogus. What the hell, man?
well, I just like the rest of this town appreciate you all figuring out an answer to this issue, and I will certainly circulate out if anyone hears or sees of Gladstone. They are to report to one of the Eyes.
We'd appreciate it.
As for our other situation, now that you all have opened the doors to this place again, I will feel a bit more secure. As I said, I have some arrangements made to help in that regard.
Yeah, just be careful. This feller didn't have all that much trouble carving through Toad's estate, so. And it seems like he, as far as we can tell, he did it alone, so. As long as you understand the potential danger, that's.
I'm certain then if he was able to best her, and again you can notice this kind of like, then he's probably at least fairly capable. But I like to think that I employ a bit more subtlety and may do a better job of avoiding that conflict.
That's fair enough. Anything we should know for meeting with Hyena?
Hyena. Well,
Sounds like a yes.
what you gotta know is he's hardly one member of the Eyes. And if you ask me, doesn't really do much at all. He's just older than any of the rest of us, so other members seem to think he's worth keeping around for advice.
Fair enough. We're just kind of making the rounds of the folks east since that was the direction our mysterious swordsman was.
I'm certain.
last visit.
I'm certain he would appreciate any sort of help in regards to this troublemaker's heading this way. I'm surprised if they were coming for me. I'd be surprised they hadn't made it yet if they knew where I was. That is, but I'm sure he'd appreciate that. I've rarely met him in person, but Hyena's fairly straight shooter. He's been around, as I said, a long time. He's got a lot of information, but if you ask me, he's more obsessed with collecting than helping anybody.
Well, that's sort of part of the reason we're talking to him. No, appreciate the help.
Appreciate yours. And one moment. And you see, like, kind of opens a drawer in a desk and kind of digs around, and you see him pull out. Looks like almost like a. It's like almost like latching, like coin purse kind of deals.
It's a gun.
And he kind of unlatches it and puts it under the desk. If you guys would like to try and peer at what he's doing, he's being somewhat secretive about it, but not. It's like it's fairly subtly secretive about it. It's like he seems to be not trying to show you exactly what he's doing, but if you want to try to roll it to catch a glimpse, you can.
He's rolling a d20 to decide what to give you. You don't notice jack shit.
Dude.
No, I'll roll.
You kind of like glance it for the sake. You not only like it's pretty hard to miss this, but you not only he kind of like catches you like trying to peer, like so it's like you've offended him and you don't notice what he does. But he does something and he latches this and he's gonna toss the bag to you.
Okay.
You catch it. It feels like there's like dirt in it, kind of grainy or something shaking around inside of it. And he says,
I've got a jar of dirt.
I've got a coin purse of dirt.
And
He
guess
tosses
what's
it to you.
inside?
And he says, it can help in lots of different ways, but Mainly, you seem like folk who've had rough trail, and those folk tend to have hard time sleeping at night. This can help with that, especially.
Oh, it's drugs.
Is that my ancestral dirt?
It is not your ancestral dirt. Okay.
I think that's a vampire thing.
Oh, you have to sleep on the dirt that you turned into a vampire, like the area.
I think it's just like of your home country.
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna have to go dig some dirt out of an alley.
And bring it with you everywhere you go.
Yeah, I think it's mostly like it's like if you cross like usually that comes up when you like cross the Atlantic or something. And it's like if they like travel a long distance, they can only sleep on like the dirt of their homeland. But
Is there
since
anything
you're
else I can help you all with?
I don't think so. Just,
Are you a lizard?
I mean, as long as people are on the lookout for Dr. Gladstone, that's.
I'll get that circulated.
Man, I think this is the first Eye of Providence member Bogus has not met.
You never went there, yeah?
There was at the hospital the first time.
Are you opening it at all? Leaving and stuff?
Yeah,
Opening and looking at it, it's a bag of sand.
bag of sand. I will change a bag of dirt to bag of sand.
Oh man, you have an appointment at Friday.
You're listening.
Bag of sand.
Sandbagging.
No, I'm not sandbagging it. I'm giving it to you straight.
Was it for a beer trip or something?
It's like actual.
Okay.
It's like actual Sandman sand.
I'd like to come see you just for a little beer.
Is this man the
Sure,
actual
$7
Sandman?
or something. I can even pay for it too.
The Sandman can. Because to sit with sand, it makes the world go to sleep.
The Sandman.
a Sandman.
Because he mixes it with sand and makes it real gritty. The Sandman. The Sandy Man.
Can I do an occult roll to try and figure out what in the world's going on with this bag of sand?
Roll it.
It's just sand and it helps you
Look.
sleep.
See, this is the classic. Erickson uses to get a good night's sleep. The party. So this is a ranged, non-lethal attack.
Look, I'm just saying that if I was involved in the type of shit the Eyes of Providence are involved in, I would totally do shit like this all the time to people. Because, like, giving somebody a bag of sand and telling them it'll be useful, trust me, they would be like, this shit's magic.
I'm trying to figure out
sand.
Just
what
bag of
kind of
sand.
person Lizard is. Is he the Sandman, like the real Sandman?
That's a 5 on occult.
Is he a
You've
lizard?
certainly heard of sand, that like a Sandman or like with a Sandman before. If this is Sandman sand, then the occultish beliefs are that it could probably be used to both like make people fall asleep, to alter or change the dreams of people who are sleeping.
Wonder if that's what Scratch is doing to us every time.
Sure, it'd be nice next time we counter Scratch.
Yeah, just blow a little bit of that in his eyes and walk away. I don't think Sandman sand would work on the devil.
You think that even like, not even necessarily like, if people are, you think it could be used to alter people's minds, the way they perceive things.
That does seem neat. I have no idea how to do that, but that does seem neat. Okay, we have one bag of Sandman sand. To be used in a totally unforeseen way. Sometime in the future. Some way, where something that makes Erickson
I'll regret
stare at his
this.
notes and go, how do I rule this?
Sprinkle a little tiny bit on a kitty cat.
Just gross teeth again. Human teeth.
But just a normal number of human teeth.
It just replaces its cat teeth.
Just walks around talking to people the rest of the campaign. Cool. Well, I guess, assuming that we don't have to stick around for a parade in Bogus's honor, I reckon we start heading.
The hyena?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida.
Makes sense.
Sounds about right.
Oh, Florida.
Meet Florida Man.
Hyena's just Florida.
Truly the most dangerous cryptid.
Well, it's just like over there. It's just like Florida man arrested for flinging crocodile through drive-through
What state
windows.
were we
It's
in?
like what in the world?
Huh?
What state were we in?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
I'm gonna, before we leave, I'm gonna go restock and get another bottle of good whiskey.
Okay.
What would be
They
a
give it to you for free.
Pennsylvania cryptid?
What, being your hero and all.
Yes.
And they do ask you to stay one more day because there is a new medical pavilion opening on the side of this hospital. They've just been trying to come up with the name for.
Bogus.
And so
medical
the Bogus Medical Pavilion's grand opening, they would like you to be there for the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Nobody's gonna want to be treated in the bogus medical pavilion.
Well,
if you would be so kind to indulge them. Come on, grab me a Dr. Bogus.
I would also like a Dr. Bogus.
2 Dr. Boguses.
I'm gonna look at my group and be like, well, shall we indulge them for this?
No.
You're the one that everyone thinks is the big old damn hero.
I'm also gonna have a Dr. Bogus.
Dr. Bogus, hey, we gotta do a cheers one day.
Once he cuts the ribbon, cheers.
Yeah. Sure. I guess we could push back leaving one extra day,
Yeah,
get
so
some
you
rest.
can be the big damn hero, Bogus.
You think I wanted this?
Yes.
Yes.
And if you guys hang
Can't
around,
believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Grimes. Yes.
Not always stupid.
if you guys hang
You're
around
approving
for a
that.
day, the following day there will be a ribbon cutting ceremony of a new sign made to put up on it saying the Bogus Medical
I
Pavilion.
ain't dressing up for this.
I wouldn't expect you because we're gonna be leaving the moment we do.
What is he dressing up? Tugs or something?
And everyone there's a big crowd. It's a city, so it draws a pretty huge crowd. And you can see that there's a number of other doctors who are up there, only one of which you think you know the name of. And
Well, I
there
mean,
is
it's-
also a man, well-dressed, who doesn't have like a sash that says mayor, but you assume he's the mayor, who's going to be like,
Have a top hat?
our city was in a dark place. We were down, but never out. If I know anything about this city and this union, it is strong and will hold strong in hard times. And it's members of this union, like our friend here, Dr. Bogus, doing the work day in, day out, who are going to be the ones to turn this whole country around. Now, before I have our hero here cut the ribbon, I would like to say there's a booth around the side there. You can go if you'd like to sign up to help join our boys in blue. But take it away, Dr. Bogus. And they handed you a big pair of shears.
Thanks. And I just cut it. I don't say anything. I just.
There's a small gathering of music. They play music, and everyone cheers and claps. Here.
To Dr. Bogus.
To Dr. Bogus.
May his name live in infamy.
May the Bogus Medical Pavilion treat many a patient, just as Dr. Bogus would.
Yes.
It's the Dr. Bogus Center for Natural Medicine.
May the doctors who work in this medical pavilion be a step above.
May the doctors in this pavilion actually be doctors.
You laugh, but I got in.
You laugh, but you're not a big
But it
goddamn
worked.
hero.
Yeah, it worked. I mean,
I admittedly, I don't have a medical pavilion named after
it's true.
That's right.
It all worked. The moment I cut it, I looked at them. I'm like, let's go. So-
Cheers, and you like walk off and stuff, but you're able to slip away.
Yeah.
Anybody in this crowd that's like a grim fella, looks like he's got the weight of a story on his shoulders, maybe carrying a sword.
No, there is a man in a double-breasted lab coat with an eye patch.
Get him.
And, no.
We just wait in an alley and jump him as he walks by.
Ah! There's no one in this crowd of
Check his ID.
catcher.
Mr. Happy Gravel.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait a minute, but it's an alias.
A clever one too.
This is the only
All right,
Pennsylvania cryptid I found. The most famous.
That's
The squonk.
The squonk.
The squawk? What?
Squonk.
Of course, it's the squonk.
I'm trying to figure out what lizard was.
There's a mythical creature that's reputed to live in the Hemlock Forest in northern Pennsylvania in the United States. Yes. For the Performance Art Company, see Squonk Opera. For the song by Genesis, see Squonk Song.
You wanna send that link in a text over?
What is it even like supposed to look like?
Be good to know about the squonk.
Yeah, I can't.
We're gonna have to fight a squonk on the road.
Are you prepared to be Squonk hunters?
There's a squonk in there.
You've just been squonked.
There you
Okay,
go.
so what are you guys doing from there?
Heading
Hopping on the
to.
train, I assume.
Yeah.
We can't cross the border on a train.
I was just trying to figure out what blizzard
I mean,
was.
I don't know if a boat would. I don't know if a boat would necessarily sail us around to there either. What with the war on,
Yeah.
we might just have to.
Hoof it.
Yeah.
Or hoof it far enough till we can get a train.
What happened?
I mean, it's not illegal for us to cross the border.
Hmm?
And if we run into Confederate soldiers, you could at least be like, Ranger, just passing through.
Yeah. I do that a lot.
Yeah, and they'd be like,
My name's Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, Grimes is now gonna play like a ranger instead.
No, I'm gonna be Colonel Sanders.
If I can get Grimes to be anybody but Grimes, then we half our
as
problem.
long as the fellers at the
so
border,
much.
You do.
as long as the fellers at the border don't have a stack of wanted posters, we'll probably be fine.
Well, it's like want posters for several states over.
I'm wanted in Louisiana.
That's fair.
That's like a state away from where we're going. The chances of me getting arrested have never been higher than on this leg of the journey.
Yeah, that's true. We'll just pretend like we're turning you in.
Why am I armed?
We needed somebody to hold our weapons.
It's gonna be the worst bounty hunter I've ever seen. I've ever heard of.
Let's
But you
just-
have heard of it.
He's that good. But you have heard of me. Excuse me, have you heard of the Bogus medical pavilion?
I mean-
Bunch of hot
I mean, I assume we can
No,
just
Bogus.
I assume we can just cross over, right?
Yeah, I'm sure no one's gonna give a shit unless someone
Yeah,
says
what's the
something.
worst that could happen?
I doubt anyone will care, right?
Right.
You think that if you're going for a straight shot, you do run the risk of like going over active battlefield in some spots.
Probably want to.
You can kind of looping around could kind of help. You wouldn't have to go too far off, you think, if you're smart about it.
Yeah, we might just have to.
Probably want to add more in a day or so.
Yeah, if it's just gonna add like a day or something, I guess. Then yeah, we should probably just move around a little bit.
Okay.
Unless that was the clever trap, and Erickson wanted us to take the long way around.
So we could jump us with a squawk.
Squonk jump is my preferred.
Never jump a man with your squonk.
Make sure you got your squawk
Erickson.
firmly held in two
Hey,
hands.
personally, I like to rock out with the squonk out.
Do you guys want to see a picture of it? Cause like he's a cute little fucker. He's tiny and chubby and
He looks like a pig.
he does look like a pig.
Look,
Listen,
squonk tracks.
Harrison's already stat out the squonk and is just waiting to hit us with it.
No, we don't hit a
Stats
squawk.
for
It hits us.
Squonk, Savage World, Tabletop RPG.
3 options. Nerds are weird. But yeah, so are you guys going to try and kind of loop around from the areas where you think you might hit front lines?
Yeah.
Okay.
So was it just a normal dude who just wasn't that?
Yep, totally a normal dude. Nothing weird going on at all.
You know, I just realized I never met that feller.
Probably for the best.
Pretty nice guy. Gave us a bag of magical sand.
Allegedly magical.
I would like to take a pinch of magical sand and fling it at Grimes.
Okay.
Allegedly magical.
I guess
And it's like Ed's got a look of like, I'll show you.
Like, where are you going?
What is your thought while doing this?
Sleep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me.
My thought's more, I'll show him. But like, I'm not entirely sure that will
What did I do?
You're trying to. There's a little bit of spite behind this.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and, for the sake of this, roll me a spirit.
Spirit. You got spirit? D8. D8
Wow.
D6.
No.
No.
Look, I'm not sure it would work on either of the undead members of the party. And Professor
It's
Bogus would break a hip if he fell off his mule.
So 12.
Damn, it is
Pocket
just a bag of
sanded
sand.
you.
Why did you do
I think it's because you were spiteful with it. That didn't work.
Why does everybody just give us non-magical shit? I will keep the bag of sand just in case, but
It's just like with your magic book. Sometimes it doesn't work.
so it seems.
Although it did work quite well in the last session.
I managed to actually
Do
Cast
some magic.
teleportation.
Twice.
So you guys on the road,
Full-blooded
heading out,
damage?
kind of taking the wide way around. It will add that kind of extra day to it, so you won't cross the border until the following day. That night, you have like the worst nightmares you've ever had. Like we're talking scratch level bad nightmares that night.
Well, because you were spiteful.
I know what it did.
Listen, it's not the first time you've been a guinea pig for anything we got.
I'm always the good one.
Not the first time, it's every time.
So, Grimes, I promise, next time we get something like this, we'll use it on Potter first.
Okay. Can I throw the pocket sand at you? See how you like it.
That's only fair.
That's very sporting of you.
I'm gonna pinch
As
it.
we're saying, this isn't an infinite supply.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
I'm just gonna take a little bit.
Okay. What's
gonna
your
be like-
thought when you're doing it?
Fuck you.
It's specifically that.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a spirit.
That's very good. Good spirit. 4.
4. Okay. Gets up in your face. You can pocket sand. Don't have anything immediately happen to you.
Alright.
So I have sand in my eyes.
Well, no, it's good to know we can't use it as like a tranquilizer.
So it seems.
Yet.
Be like, you gonna get some nightmares tonight.
And you all continue on. For sake of this, you will get across the border. They'll let you leave just fine. They kind of look you up and down and stuff, but they're not gonna like point guns at you to try and walk across. They'll let you leave. And after a little bit of travel,
Come
you
on,
will.
my friends, you wouldn't shoot the beloved Saint Dr. Bogus.
Oh, Dr. Bogus. Never heard of him. I did hear some Bagnus, I think was his last name. Something similar. So anyway, you guys eventually do get though to kind of a southern checkpoint heading down this way, and have Confederate soldiers there who are going to kind of question you as you come across.
Okay.
And you're like,
Hey, Grimes,
where
you want to take
where
this
y'all
one?
coming from?
Pennsylvania.
What are y'all doing in Pennsylvania?
Well, so we were meeting somebody. I forgot like why we were meeting them, but we were talking to some people. There was a disease going on there where like people had like extra
Good.
teeth in their mouth, and then there was cats and going.
Is your friend simple?
A little bit.
Just a bit.
And this guy over
He didn't
here,
get much sleep last
I
night.
met the love of my life though. She was a beauty. She was smart.
Well, ain't that nice for you? Is any of y'all gonna make sense telling me what the hell you're doing in Pennsylvania?
Youngin, you want to explain? You're the one with jurisdiction here.
Well, we were just kind of an investigation. There's some bad folks around that we're trying to track down.
Or are you displaying the badge at this point? Okay, no kind of. You a ranger?
Yes, sir.
What's your name, Ranger?
James Mohan.
James Mohan?
Yeah, that's me.
Any relation to a Robert Mohan? Go ahead and roll me.
Yeah, sure.
Roll me a common knowledge.
Okay. Common knowledge. I have a D4 in that. 7.
I thought for sure that you guys were going to have heard the
Four
legend of Jimmy
explodes.
Mohan.
4 explodes.
Is that a 4?
That's a 1.
Oh, never mind.
That one's a 1.
So 5. The name's familiar. You think it's someone important, kind of important. Like it's like a name you've heard. It's not like the president of the Confederacy or anything like that. But it's like that's a name that means something. But it's like a past life's memory.
If I'm from the South, can I roll a common knowledge?
Sure.
Yeah.
But you say, yeah.
I'll say.
I don't have common knowledge on account of how I'm from a small town in Louisiana. But
I'll say. He might be distantly related, but I've never actually tracked it down.
Well, you know, of course, who I'm talking about, right?
Right.
I mean, who hasn't heard the tales of Colonel Robert Mohan, hero of the front line?
Colonel Robert Mohan. I am not from the South, so I have not heard these stories. Would you enlighten us?
Well, feller's damn war hero. It's the reason we've got a front line to hold. Single-handedly, I think that fella's probably killed 200 Yanks.
That is quite impressive.
Very impressive.
My father was a sharpshooter out of Louisiana. Fought for years in the war.
Well, an honorable thing to be at the very least. He get early leave or?
He retired when my mother died and came back home. And
Sorry to hear that.
That was some years ago now.
What? Anyway, so we're just traveling down to Florida.
This is my best role play ever, which is Southerners talking way longer than they should. Like polite conversation that just doesn't stop.
Doesn't stop. Oh god, it's the worst. You can't even give them like you slap your thighs and stand up and say, "Well."
They don't understand it.
That's a very Midwest
Look,
thing. Yeah.
Southerners, you're nice people, but you don't understand that. Well, it's time for us to get out of here.
Best
well,
be
this is
hitting
the
the
difference.
old dusty trail.
This is where we get into like U.S. Zones, right? It's like Southerners will talk forever. Northerners won't talk to you. Like won't hold the door open for you. They'll you know
Northeast. more so
Northeast.
than
That's what
like-
I'm. That's what.
like North Midwest
Right.
is like kind of like the South where they'll just talk forever, but it's still the Midwest, so they kind of understand
They-
the leg slap. Like,
Well,
well,
That time we get out of here.
yeah.
But yeah. So you do one of those, and he just you go. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if you have any relation to the fella, but if you do, I'd track it down, and it means something around here.
Well, I'll be careful not to rely on authority that I don't necessarily have. I'm from out west mostly, so that's where I'm out in Kansas more or less.
Oh, okay. Fair
We're
enough.
tracking down some fellers, so we just wanna.
You a former military man, or you been rangering the whole time?
I've been a ranger as long as I can remember.
what is that now? 6 months?
Well, honest work, and appreciate you doing it. You folks have a nice day. Travel safe.
You as well.
As we walk back, we go.
Boys got issues.
That boy ain't right.
I don't know why I threw it over to Grimes. I just
I have no idea why he did that. It was hilarious. Because Grimes just starts on being like, well, we just came from the capital city of your enemy.
Right.
We were meeting people that I don't really remember to discuss things. I don't know. It's like,
Cats with teeth.
the cats with things. Like, oh, at first he's like, Union spies, and then you're like, cats, and he's like, oh, just crazy. What's going on?
What I did, it's the John Mulaney classic. You gotta throw them off the rhythm.
So you throw them off the rhythm.
So, you guys are beelining it for Florida?
Beeline in for
Yeah.
Florida.
Heading that away. You know specifically... You don't know much. You know he's a collector, and you know that he is in Cuckoo Beach, Florida.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Ooh.
Beach episode.
Fan service.
It's gonna be a beach volleyball arc. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be
We're
great.
all wearing the smallest bikinis on a yacht.
We're all wearing bikinis.
Because it's the beach episode.
Duh.
I don't think that's a mental image any of it. Also, I'm pretty sure you'll die. Unless you get a really wide
I was
brimmed
just gonna
hat.
say he's wearing the widest sun hat I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's wearing a cute little sun hat going like this. Tee-hee.
But it's like the width of like a
He's
beach
sitting in
umbrella.
the shade of a beach umbrella, and every time he stands up to go anywhere, he picks up the whole umbrella. and carries it with him.
He's got skin condition. But yeah, for sake of this, are you guys planning on stopping anywhere along the way as is available to you, or are you trying to stick to the road?
I figure we'll stick to the road.
Yeah,
Mostly.
stick to the road, I think.
Okay.
I don't think I had any. Do we have any reason to? Do we have any info of like?
Is Florida Man just the only?
We don't really have any other side.
No other
quests
side
out
quests?
this way.
Until someone comes screaming down the road, please God help me.
The only side quest that I remember was Bjorkland in Kentucky,
Mhm.
and then we ran into the one in Pennsylvania.
Right.
So I think we're just down to story objectives at the moment.
Hey,
All right. So, story mission, heading to Cuckoo Beach, Florida. For the sake of this, it's going to be pretty. If you're going for fast and hard travel, it'll be one check of healing for anyone with wounds, but you will be able to arrive at Cuckoo
Oh.
Beach.
No, I have a. When did I have a wound?
You saw somebody.
You roll healing?
An 8.
So you'll get 2 healed.
Bigger.
Okay.
Oh, I only have 1.
Yeah.
So you're good.
Oh, healed.
So do we
So it's your
-2.
vigor.
big?
Yeah, you'll just have -1.
So D4 and a
from your
D6.
current wound.
Minus 8 and a D6.
Okay, 5.
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
That's 1 back.
Yay,
Well,
I
depending
got-
on how many are you missing.
I just missed 1.
Okay, so that'd be a 4.
Yay! No more wins.
Hi.
Don't have any wounds.
Is that with your wound negative?
A 4.
Still 1 back. So I think everyone besides Jeffers heals up.
Yeah.
Imagine having wounds.
Imagine having wounds.
Imagine still.
This is the part where we throw our heads back and laugh.
I just didn't get, or I got all my wounds healed after the fight at Fort Greene.
What was the, it's like the players reduce the dragon's speed to 0 while it's flying, thus causing it to crash the ground. This is where we all throw our heads back and laugh.
But you guys will arrive in outside of Cuckoo Beach, Florida, which looks like it's it's a pretty bustling place down here. It's not like a huge city, but it seems pretty beachy. It seems pretty like lighthearted everywhere you're going. People tend to be they look more like fishermen or beach bums. There's not a whole lot of like industry and stuff in this area.
Yeah. The life.
Florida has cryptids.
Several.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man, the skunk ape.
Yeah, that's
mans.
what. So
Mans.
This Florida man's
Nope.
wild.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, the skunk ape.
What are you guys doing?
I was trying to
We
see.
just ask around about a collector here in town, or
Yeah. You guys got an eccentric collector?
old fella.
Where are you asking?
Bar.
There's a beach bar.
Yeah.
You know, bar on the beach. You go to the beach bar.
Get a daiquiri.
get a big complex tiki drink, even though those won't be invented
Won't be
for another
invented.
50
Yeah.
years.
We got whiskey and we got other whiskey.
We got whiskey. We do have some fruit juice. You can mix them if you're feeling froggy. But yeah, you guys go down to the beach bar. You're grabbing some drinks, having some asking around.
He's insatiable.
I thought you found your true love. Come on.
No, I was excited about the drinks.
Oh, of course. But for sake of this, are you guys asking any type in particular?
I'm gonna ask about. I'll ask the bartender specifically about old eccentric collector in these here parts.
You don't have to roll a check for him to tell you that there is a big house. So about a mile that away, pretty close to the beachfront over there, kind of on a rocky edge. Don't know. Certainly seems like the house is full of a bunch of shit, but I don't know what all it is.
Suspicious amount of lightning.
Collection it might be, I don't know, but fairly wealthy fellow and strange and reclusive.
Bingo.
Place to start. Sounds like our guy.
One
Are we
other
going-
thing though
are
that
we
you
gonna
do
run
notice
to
at this
Old Man
beach bar.
Jenkins?
Actually, not most of you don't really notice anything. Only one of you notices this, and that's Ed.
Uh-oh.
And what Ed notices is a man sitting at the table here. He's got kind of like wide straw hat on, who's just eyeing you.
Just eyeing me. Does he look like anybody from Halter's Parish, Louisiana?
At a glance, his face looks familiar. It doesn't look like someone you know well, but small parish like that.
It is not. It's not a big place.
On top of my, I think that fella likes you.
I think it's exactly the opposite.
Love?
The opposite of like.
That is not the opposite of like, but okay.
Listen, this is a man who did not pass the 3rd or 2nd grade.
Grimes knows 2 options: like or like. Those are the 2 options, which means it must be the opposite. Right.
He ain't shooting at you, so it must be one of those.
This guy kind of does a double knee slap, but like to lift himself up and stand. He looks like he's kind of an older, graying feller, and he's wearing kind of like a tattered shirt, tattered pants that are kind of rolled up, and a pair of sandals.
Does he look like he's coming this way, or he's like standing up to make the run for the nearest law enforcement officer?
Looks like he's standing up and starting to move towards you, and it doesn't look like he's armed.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I shoot him.
And run
Well, it's
away.
easier to shoot an unarmed man.
Exactly. I will.
Listen,
I will keep my hands well away from.
this is America. If he didn't want to get shot, he should have had a gun.
Here, here.
This is America. If he didn't want to get shot, he shouldn't have been in America.
He's gonna kind of walk up towards you and kind of look up because one of those like down-sloping hats. Kind of looks up at you. He says, "Edmunda Parnell. Is it true what they say? You's a witch?"
Damn.
Our reputation now.
I'll be honest.
Say my name again, you'll find out.
I'll be honest, sir. I was expecting something, a question more about Halter's Parish.
I left that godforsaken place behind, just as you did, I reckon. Don't you go worrying too much now. I'm not about to run off from any rangers. I've been around long enough to know that you don't cross a witch, and that's what I've been told you is.
Did something happen in Halter's Parish after I left?
Well, nothing much happening, and the whole town's in an uproar after what you did, killing kin, burning a church down. And what'd you do with the body?
Which?
The one that got wolf hair all over it.
Yeah. My brother's body?
Yeah, your brother's body. I want to know what in the hell you're doing burning down to the ground a church with his body left in there. What we're able to dig out of it and try and give a proper burial, you come back and dig up and take? What kind of sicko are you?
Oh, there's our specimen.
When I left the body, it was on the floor of a burning church. That I burned down because bullets wouldn't kill him. Not after what he'd become. So if something else has dug him up, it wasn't my doing. But it sounds like I might have to be the one that fixes it.
So you is a witch, though. You never said no to that.
Only recently.
Well, I ain't about to cross a witch, and I've been around long enough to know that problems ain't never straightforward. There's something going on, then there's a lot of different angles to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going
You gonna be frequenting this area?
on. Probably
Be
not
right-
for long.
Good. So I'm happy here. Witches bring trouble.
It's true.
I'm just
So at this point,
He's a coconut.
A coconut of whiskey and like pineapple juice.
And I'm just like,
I kind of like the idea. Just walk over and be like, "Now, sir, you best be careful with her. Canine hepatitis will come and get you."
You're like, you crazy old man. You best be careful if you're traveling with her.
Nah,
Witches bring trouble and nothing else.
Nah, she's all right.
Y'all be moving along soon.
Now, sir,
We're planning on it.
nobody tells Bogus what to do.
Like, Bogus walks over and buys a house.
That'll show him.
See that building right there? That's my building now.
This is where I live. Sits down on the front porch. Begins angrily rocking in a rocking chair. Just glaring at this guy.
Meets a local girl, gets married, has a good and productive life there out of spite.
It's the which house do you live in? Right there. Oh, the house across the street is for sale. How interesting.
just so that every day he could walk out on his front porch, make eye contact with that guy.
And just rock on the chair, just with the twitching eye.
He says, I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, but as I said, this is a nice place, and I'd like it to stay that way. Don't be bringing any more trouble.
sir, the trouble is you. Now move along. Oh, shoot.
You come back to sipping your pineapple juice whiskey. He's just gonna
sounds
kind of
disgusting.
glance along at you all and just like,
I'm pretty convinced
Shake his
Grant doesn't
head
have any
and
taste
walk
buds.
I'm just gonna lean over to Jeffers and just be like, there's your next meal right there. I won't walk it out.
Just leave him alone.
I reckon that feather's just just as much God's child as I am.
Much as I don't want to do it, it sounds sort of like we might have to swing back through Alter's Parish. Even I might have to lay low, but you folks could at least look around.
Well, it'll be on the way back.
Sure, we gotta
you
cut
were
through there
down
anyway,
church.
so might as well.
Hardest thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
Do you not remember? Do you not remember that?
Oh no, I'm very about me, myself, and I. So
My brother turned into a werewolf. I couldn't kill him any other way. So I burned down the church.
fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why I carry the silver knife around.
It's good. That's why I have a bunch of silver bullets now.
There.
You sure did gain a reputation quickly.
Yeah, I don't exactly know where the whole. Well, I assume it sounds like the witch reputation might just be because either my brother clawed his way out of his grave or somebody else dug him up. I don't want to have to kill my brother again.
that's right. That's what.
It was sad enough the first time.
What if hang on. Werewolves, like werewolf lycanthropy, that's
Right.
the word, is a virus, a disease. And we know that if he was like not able to get his specimen from our earlier feller in Rascatoon, then like he was experimenting with being able to turn people into
Right.
werewolves.
Yeah.
And
The lot was what did the letters say? Like the loss of a new specimen, but regained an old
specimen, right? So dug up the old one.
And apparently there was a serum that was sent along. So
Well, it was supposed to be sent along.
supposedly. So
Yeah, it's because that letter didn't get sent.
The term was, I hope, the way it was worded was, I hope that my previously sent serum
it sounds
so
like
it
the
was
serum
sent.
had already been
Specifications.
sent. Yeah.
Oh, good.
And with that, that's where we're going to stop this episode of Devils of the West. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
I'm too good for my own smarts.
I'm too good for my own smarts.